Dan Illman, Mike Beer taking a peek at Kentucky Derby contender Catching Freedom, who won his career debut at Churchill Downs. And he won on New Year's Day to kick off his three-year-old campaign in this race, the Smarty Jones at Oaklawn Park. This race at 1.1 miles, and Catching Freedom as the favorite showed off a nice, strong stretch kick. Only his third start, he got an 87 buyer, and he keeps improving ever since.
Yeah, he has really come forward from race to race. That's a really good sign for this horse. And this Smarty Jones that we're watching, Danny, made the wide run there off the turn. Initially, it felt like he wasn't really gaining in the upper stretch, but man, did he kick it in once he changed leads there and really finished that race off impressively. And he's gotten better since then. He was no match really for Sierra Leone 2 starts back. And the Risen Star, he ran okay that day.
Yeah, Brad Cox has had him on a regular schedule. He ran him in the Risen Star in February. He ran a fine third, although no match for Sierra Leone. It was also over a sloppy track. And then last time out in the Louisiana Derby, he came from last to win that 1.3 affair. So distance is no issue for this horse, but he's a horse that will need a little bit of pace and he'll need a little bit of a trip because he likes to come from far out of it.
Yeah, that's true. It's something you really have to worry about with him. He has a really strong finish in him when things go well, and it is at least worth pointing out that in his final prep race, and maybe the best race that he's run to date, he had the setup there. That was a big closer's race, and he just sat it out and came with a run through the stretch and closed it down.
He is a $575,000 yearling purchase by Constitution from an emerging family. This dam has recently thrown Bishop's Bay, multiple grade 3 place dirt router at 9 furlongs. Strava, a multiple stakes placed runner. The dam, a stakes winner herself in her career, going long. So this horse has the pedigree, has the connections, has the recent win at 1.3, the longest Derby prep along with the UAE Derby. There are a lot of things to like at a price that is playable.
Yeah, it feels like he should be one of the horses that he's not going to be, some huge long shot in this race, Dan. And he has people on his bandwagon, and but he's one of the horses. He's not going to be one of the favorites in the race, and he's one of those horses that keeps getting better every time they send him out there. You don't worry about distance with a horse like him. It's just about whether he can pull a clean trip, and then maybe out kick a horse like Sierra Leone, which he couldn't do 2 starts back, but maybe he can move forward from there.
He has never taken a backward step on the Buyer's scale. 5 starts, 72, 77, 87, 92, 97. We'll see if there's one more forward move for Catching Freedom in the Kentucky Derby. He should be running on late.